Hi everyone, I wanted to share with you this Father's Day card I made for my dad for this year. This is a full-size greeting card, 8.5 by 11 cardstock. I used a solid black, and then I have two mats on the front. One is a silver solid cardstock, and that's a 5 by 7, and then the patterned mat is from this DCWV Glitter stack, and it is 4.5 by 6.5. And before I adhered these together, I ran a little ribbon, this black with the white stitching around it, and then I glued that on. And then for my dad embellishment, I used the Cricut Beyond Birthdays cartridge. This is from page 136, the dad page, and I used the framed circle creative feature for that. And I cut it at 3 inches. So if you were looking at the key cover, this would be the second feature on the left hand side, and there's the dad key. And so when you cut that, you're going to get two separate cuts, the dad and then this thin circle. So what I did then was I just glued this down onto another piece of this same gray cardstock, and then I just cut it out with my scissors, and then I used some foam dimensionals to pop it out. And then I followed it up with some silver icicles. So I think that came out pretty cool. And then the last thing I did on the front was I used my white gel pen and gave, just kind of dotted around to give it a little extra stuff for the front. Okay, so for the inside, I used my, favorite Hallmark Card Studio 2010 for the sentiment, which says, "On Father's Day and every day, hope you know how much you mean to us and how much you are loved." This is just plain white printer paper, and it is a 6 by 5.5, and I used the EK Success paper edger. This is kind of the scalloped one, and I used that same silver cardstock. I just ran a little strip, 5.5 inches long, and to give it that little extra layer. And then I used my corner rounder punch to round out those corners. Then, since I am giving Dad a gift card too, I put the gift card on the top part of the envelope. So as you can see, I used my EK Success little card cutout puncher, which is this one. I really like. You can see it has the little, cuts out the little ribbon for the corners. So I think it's like a photo, it's called the photo corner one, but it works really good for gift cards too. So I have another of that glitter stack, the same one, the DCWV, and I cut the silver part that holds the card at 2.5 inches by 4, and then the patterned is 4.5 by 3, and you just glue that on the top and you're done. So I think that card came out really cute, and hopefully Dad will really like it. Now the other part of this video that I'm going to show you is how to make the matching envelope, which is all done through Card Studio. This is not any layers. This is all Card Studio, and little embellishments of using the same silver icicles for this little border and for the dad. So I'm going to show you now how to do that. Okay, so here we are in Hallmark Card Studio. I'm going to click on Art Studio. I'm going to click over here on Envelopes, and then I'm going to go down to my single fold blank, and then I'm going to click on the text, and I'm going to type Dad, D-A-D, not Dodd, Dad, and then I'm going to change my font, and I believe this one was called Budmo Jiggler, and I'm sure this is a font that came with the software. You get like a ton of fonts. But I liked this one because it had those dots, and it kind of went with my theme. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is click on Shape. Alright, so let me get my card here so you can see. Alright, so the first thing, I kind of worked from the front back. So I went for the circle first, and you kind of have to scroll down until you find the circle. There it is. It was just a plain circle. And so I wanted to make that gray, so I went to my colors, and for the inside color I chose the gray, and then for my outline color you click up here on the top, and then you can just click on the arrow and that'll keep making this outside circle. That'll give you your rim, and then you just right click here, you go to order, and you say send to back. Okay, so that sent that circle back. Okay, so now we are going to do one more circle, that we're going to use that same circle again, only this time we're going to make it a little bit bigger than the last circle, and you just use these corners to size or resize that circle. And then we're going to go back over, and you want to make sure you get it even. There you go. Takes a little playing around with this. Then we're going to click on color again over here on the left, and we're going to make our inside color white, and then we're going to make our outside color black, and again we're going to kind of like up the width of that rim, and then we're going to once again go to order, and we're going to go send to back, and that looks good. So now we're going to go back to shape, and now we're going to go find the kind of like flower edge. Whoops, did I pass it? There it is. Right here we're going to use this one, and we're just going to make that bigger. We're going to make this bigger than the last layer, and just as you can see, you can kind of see behind to get your judge of how big you want to make this. So I just want just that little, just the tips of this flower to show. Now this one in my example here is silver again, so we're going to go back over to color, and we're going to choose the inside of the color to be silver. And I'm going to make my outline color still black and make it just a little bit heavier. Click on OK, and then I'm going to go to order, send to back. Okay, so the last one that we need is the star. So I'm going to find the star. Oh, there it is. Okay, and then we're just going to drag these edges, and whoops. Alright, where's my star? I'm going to make it bigger than the last layer. And just drag that until it's, you want this one to be actually bigger so that you don't see that edge yet. And that was black in our example, so now we're going to go order, send to back. Okay. So now, once you have it all together, you may have to do some adjusting just by clicking on these different parts of the layer until you get it exactly in the places that you want it. And that's pretty much it. After that, I just used my icicles to bling up the envelope. So then you would just click on print, depending on, and then you just click and print your envelope, stick your envelope in your printer and print it. Hope you enjoyed this card and envelope, and everyone, hope you have a nice day with your dad this weekend. Hope you enjoyed this card and envelope, and everyone, hope you have a nice day with your dad this weekend.